So talking a little bit about some of the deadly mistakes that we often see in estate planning. And unfortunately, when do you usually find out that there was a mistake? Usually when it's too late. And, you know, we're dealing with a lot of that right now. A lot of unexpected because of the pandemic that we have. I will tell you that in the last few days, I have spoken with 2 clients that lost their father, and I personally lost my father just over 2 weeks ago. And it was a surprise, and it was COVID related. So I certainly can appreciate, as you lose a loved one, how difficult it can be on you and on your family. So it actually gives me a great satisfaction in my job to help individuals be prepared for those types of situations. So a couple of the common mistakes. First of all is no protection for living or death probate. We're going to talk a little bit about living probate a little bit more. Not keeping up with law changes. I can't tell you how often I sit down with somebody and they'll come in and they'll say, well, I haven't updated this for 10 years or 20 years. And unfortunately, it often defeats the purpose of what you have. No protection for nursing homes, or no protection to minimize taxes. And real quick on taxes, often people will say, well, I don't have to worry about estate taxes. Well, you may not now, but you could very shortly in the future. And there's other taxes that you will have to worry about. And those are income taxes and capital gains taxes, potentially on your surviving spouse and definitely on the beneficiary. So it's very important when we talk about taxes. It's a broad brush. Also, what happens if the surviving spouse decides to get remarried? Everybody says that will never happen. But I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, it happens very, very often. And it's not that getting remarried is bad. It's just, it's much better to plan for that contingent. Plan for that situation so that if it does happen, you're prepared and you're protected and you don't have to worry about assets going to different places. What about when you both pass and your beneficiaries are inheriting? What protections are in place there? Are there any protections? What if I'll tell you, one of the most common way for people to lose their inheritance is through divorce. Have you thought about what you can do to protect that? What if they claim bankruptcy? What if they get sued? There's a lot of options. Another big one, not creating or updating your healthcare directives. Especially if you've moved from out of state. Those are state-specific documents. Very, very important to make sure you have those up to date. And then the other thing is, does your family know what their responsibilities may be? Are they your executor or your successor trustee, or are they your healthcare agent? Make sure they understand and know those things. So we're going to talk about it a little bit more detail.